go. That's just retaining one. That's one. And as easy as that. Yeah, we have a different brake servo for the MG. It's not new, as you can see. Second hand, so I'll give you a quick look around it. A little bit dusty in there, doesn't look anything major though. Connected at all. A little bit of rust down there and a little bit of rust there, not much, not bad at all. As you can see, nothing connected. We're going to have a tear down of this one and go for a rebuild kit. Clean it all up and see if it's working okay. The rebuild kit is, I think it's about £26 from Moss Europe. So it's a little try, it's not bad at all for a master cylinder, which is here, and a brake servo. We'll start off with the basics. All nuts and bolts, I've got my bag marked up, as you can see. We're missing one spring washer, so we can find one of them. And all the spare parts go straight into the bag. That way they can't get spread around or knocked off the bench and lost. I think next we'll disconnect this spring clip and have a look inside here. Not sure if that's got to come all the way out. Suppose it will. It's a little nut off the end. And that one, it's broken free quite easily. Yep, that one's ready to come out. I've learnt of previous experiences with exhaust clamps, etc. You don't just grab a hold of them and open them wide so you can get them out. You've got to try and ease them over all the way around, and then the two halves should separate. There we go, that's the clamp eased all the way around. Just sitting on this side, as you can see. Do not want to stretch that bit. Looks really good in there. Is that grease or, have you look? Not sure if this is grease or brake fluid. I think it's grease. And we can have a look at that end as well. It seems alright, but I think I'll put a rebuild kit on just to make sure. Right, next we'll try this bit. It doesn't look like it's been fully engaged there. It's quite a way out there if you compare it to the rest. That bit's not sitting inside. So we'll take that off and we'll have a look at that. Yeah, that wasn't fully engaged on that corner there. We can see that's a bit misshapen with it not being in properly, and there is some dirt behind here. And same again, plenty of grease. And that bit of the rubber lined up with this little bit inside here where it wasn't quite in properly, so I don't know if that's meant to be like that or if it's failed, or we'll have a look. Quick wipe down with clean cloth as we're going, try and keep everything as clean as possible, and then I'll be getting put into bags, keep all the dust and everything off it until we're ready to rebuild. Right, for the next one, to remove this bit, there's a little piece down in there, set along those pliers. All I'm doing is putting a little bit of pressure on, releasing that and pulling. Not quite. There we go. That's just retaining one, and then be careful of where you're pointing at, as you've just seen. It appears that these might have had a rebuild. Got a little bit of writing in there. Obviously had a little bit of something sitting in here. Quite greasy and rusty. I'll give that a good clean out. And my next three is we've got retaining clips on these three, and then take those bolts out to remove the back. And that is quite a spring, a lot of pressure on that. You can see the size there. That's got a lot of compression behind it. I think we can go ahead and remove this seal nice and carefully. Pretty sure a rebuild kit will come with one of these in. It did seem nice and tight, but it's coming out. There we go. That's a little seal there. Again with along those pliers, just trying to ease these locking clips back just a fraction, just so I can get in to open them up properly. Right, screwdriver in and a hammer, just small taps, just open them up so we can get a socket on and get them all nicely undone. I'll pop around these and then show you from there. Right, that's all the locking tabs opened up. I've just noticed we have two pointers here and here which are pointing to this hole, so I should imagine pretty important for that back plate to go on the same way. What I normally do is I've got my extension, pop my socket on, and all I generally do is give it a quick tap with a hammer and just make sure the socket goes on nicely and all them locking tabs are well back out the way. And then I'll put the ratchet on and we'll get rid of them. Right, that's all three of them loose. Should just be able to take them out now. Yeah. So all three of them out, and those retaining rings come with it. Next up we have this bit here. Go down there and make sure the holes line up. We've got another seal in there, and then hopefully this should crack off the back. Might need a little persuasion. Just a little bit of that came up quite easily. There we go, got a gasket there with another seal. And I'll clean all of this gasket face up. A quick run along the bench so far just to show you what I got. There's my nice bag all marked up for servo parts, and all the parts are good in there regardless of whether they're old or new, and when I rebuild a new one I'll be changing them over for new parts. Next on the list, we'll take these off and have an investigate what's behind here. That one was quite loose actually. Yeah, they're all coming off quite easily. Right. There we go. other gasket more sealing washers. And I think that's an air filter up in this housing, up here. Doesn't look too bad at all in there. Let's see if we can get these three off. As you can see, quite dusty in there. Very dusty on the back, and quite a bit of dust in there. So I'm not sure if that sealing washer's not working right. I can see quite a little bit of bits in there. Just changed over to the biggest Phillips screwdriver. And we'll see what's going on here. And they came out a lot easier than I thought. As you can see, I've just been popping the other screws in just for to keep them all together. And I'll probably do this here with these three, just pop them in for a minute. Appears quite mucky in there. Have to get a good clean out inside that. Only bit left to do now is to take this bit out. Not 100% sure how this one comes out. I don't know if you put a little drift in the back there and tap it out, or whether it does look like there's a little place here where something's been forced in before. We'll see if we can show you this bit. Down in here I've given a good clean, left it to soak in puss gas. Getting me tap and die set out and getting one that fits. But all I'm doing is, I don't want to go really hard, just tiny turns till it gets it to lock. Not quite. Might need a different tap, not sure. Oh, there, got it. And there's your little piston. It's got something to do with opening up different chambers down in there. That was stuck down at the bottom. I'll give all of that a really good clean up, and that's ready to go back in. Here's what breaks over repair kit from Moss Europe, £25.30 something. We've got the major one there, and all the rest seem to be concerned with this bit. That gasket here, this gasket here, and then all of the washers and everything for in this bit. I'm having a bit of a problem. I can't really see how this bit comes out, whether you pull that or lever this out. There's no screw on the back or anything to undo, to pull all the middle out. Have a check out and find out if I can see how to do that. I have been on YouTube for the past hour and a half trying to get some idea of how this comes apart. Can't find anything at all. Everybody just seems to be replacing. This is the spare one. So I've been told if I destroy anything, it's got to be on camera. So here goes. Starting off at this end, there's no obvious join there or thread or anything where it can come out or get onto, so I presume it has to come out of this way. There was some little telltale marks down here of where a screwdriver or a pick has been in the past, so I don't know if I'll lever that out. I want the whole insides out to replace all the rubbers and what have you, just to make sure. We'll have a go at that. Quick gathering of tools and we'll see what we can do. Very small pick maybe, just to start flicking that one out. No, doesn't appear to be. That's not moving at all. Can't see anything at all that would allow us to release that unless I have to pull that rod hard to release this. There's no little secret holes anywhere but to get a screwdriver or anything in. So I think I'm going to attempt this. I might be destroying it, but here goes. It doesn't appear to be moving at all. Maybe it's pliers. Nope. Does it twist out? Can you get something on that way and twist it out? I have to go and find the bigger pliers. Right, have the water grip ones. Oh, just can't get enough of them on the edge to get a pull. That's that one out the window. Maybe hammer a screwdriver down the side. Very awkward when I'm filming because the camera's always in the way, and then I've got to get, and of course you need 3 hands for this bit. Nope, not budging at all. Have another think about this. Right, just as I was trying to tap that in like that bit broke off. So yeah, I've broken it on camera. Well, that's broken now, so it's got to come out anyway. We'll see how it goes. I think I might just try and tap the screwdriver in and leave her out. This might have to go into a vise for to get to it. No way. You just can't get a grip with the pliers for to get a good pull. Blowtorch, do you think? Right, I've persevered with them and I've got them on. And I seem to be getting a turn there. Is that actually coming out? Right. So that's the way you're meant to do it. You're not meant to destroy that with a little screwdriver. You're meant to pop a little pair of water pump pliers on and just ease it straight out. We'll have a look inside here now. Keep them in order that they came out. And there we go. That's the offending article there. That's what I wanted to get into, to change all the pistons and everything. Have a quick look in there. A little bit of brake fluid left in. Tiny bit rust around the edges, which will need cleaned out. I think I have been looking at the wrong kit on Moss Europe. It seems to be for the servo that's at the master cylinder. Mine's a separate one. I'll show you mine on the car and then you'll be able to see where it goes. Right. Virtually all the other videos I've seen, they're changing servos up here, part of the master cylinder and what have you. Disconnect from pedal box and everything, and they're all part of that unit there. Mine is located over here. As you can see, it's the same unit that I'm taking apart. But that looks extremely odd. Have you got to take the wing off to get into the bolts at the back of that? This one is working. It's just I thought it would be nice to have a rebuilt one. just so we can see what's happening. Now that we've broken that bit, I might as well carry on a little bit. Just getting the cloth out, I'll just wipe this quick wipe down just to get rid of all the brake fluid and bits and pieces. Yeah, I should be able to dismantle that now. Move these out the way a bit. Obviously them ones in first. I want to see. Oh, so that seems to come off nice and free. See if we can separate all the little components. See, I'm laying them all out so I can see where they're going. And then I've got the luxury of watching the video back to see how to put it back together. There's a lot of parts in here. Right, that seems to be it. There's got to be some kind of release in here. Does that... that one still pulls out. Is there a little pin or something? A little release pin. Can't see one in there either. So now start coming up from this end. Like I say, I haven't seen anything at all on YouTube on this, so I'm trying to figure it out as I'm going along. The manual's no help, it doesn't show you how to strip one of these down. There's got to be something down there. Can't see anything at all. It's obviously sprung there. Ah, little... Right. So we'll open that one up and slide it over. Pop that one that side. Now we can get in. Yes, there's a little release pin there, look. Thought that had to be somewhere a little push through or knock out or something holding it in place. Just managed to keep that in a bit with your fingers, and hopefully if I find something there, possibly use that release pin through so that it comes out that side. And as easy as that, once you know there's the end of that, and that bit just flew over there. So that bit all goes together, and that's it, fully stripped down. Now I've just got to find a rebuild kit and put it all back together, and a nice big clean up. Just going to have another look at this seal kit before I do anything. I've obviously got the diaphragm up here, hard to point, gasket there and gasket the other side, and then in between we'll swing over this way. What it looks like is I've got a new spring for here, a new pin, not sure what the two little bits are, and the one next to it. I have a new seal for there and a new seal for there. It is these two small ones and this next one that I'm not sure what I'm for. I don't seem to have them on mine anywhere. This just came up with a little pick, and we'll have the spring inside here, which obviously has to push one way or the other before you put the pin back in. So I'll see if I can find a rebuild kit for this. But there you go, that's how to completely dismantle the brake servo. This is the Lockheed, and I think that's just a casting number on there. But the upside down Lockheed. I forgot that I had the rest of the parts off. I think there's another sealing washer here, which I'd mentioned before but never did anything with. I think that's part of that kit. And I'm not sure where the last two small ones go, but there's got to be somewhere. That does look like the right kit. Everything put away in a box and bagged up. I'll get another small bag for this lot, and then over the next few days I'll start cleaning all the bits and hopefully find a major service kit. I think I might as well put a major service kit on when I'm this far down, and I think that's about it for now. Okay, that's the start of the process here. I've had to go on with the cleaner and degreaser first because they were very oily and they'd been in the engine bay for how many years. I think I'm going to do these in the high temperature paint in the matte black just to tidy them up. As you can see, I've masked up where the gasket goes and the bit just in case. Then we're on to that side. I think this is going to have to go into the sandblaster. Carefully cover every single hole and pop that into the sandblaster, and I think that bit will go into a silver. I'm sure I've got some high temperature silver knocking around somewhere to match up with the black. We'll see how it goes. That's an extremely light first coat, barely covering, just to get it all etched in and that. Give that about 10-15 minutes and then I'll pop another coat on, and while I'm waiting we'll get on with this one. Leave that to soak for a few minutes, wipe off and rinse. Second coat on that one, I'll leave that to dry overnight. This one's degreased and just a light sand by hand, I think, same as the other one. And then we'll spray this one as well. Is that one drying off? That one's all done now, ready for the tape to come off. And how shouted I forgot about that bit. I think you deserve extra internet points because I did forget about that bit. That's all to clean up now and do. I haven't tried anything like this before in the sandblaster. I've tried the masking up. I'm not sure whether it'll just blow that up, but we'll get this all nice, hopefully cleaned up without getting any bits of grit in the ends or anything. Into here for a quick blast. Okay, the masking tape seemed to have worked fine. Didn't strip off, and that's nice and clean. I think I've actually found some more numbers there. I can't quite decipher them, but you can clearly see the number now. Just having a quick check around. I've got the torch set up, as you can see. Yeah, that one's nice and clear. I can see the hole in the bottom of them. They're ready to go back together. I put some zinc primer on this one, still drying off. I haven't got any high temperature silver, so I'm wondering whether to use the wheel paint in silver, or why not a nod to the Jubilee and do it in a gold metallic. Ready for rebuilding. As you can see, come out quite nice. Tiny bit of reaction there, but I'm not too bothered about that. It'll look good in the gold. Just waiting for the parts to come now and I shall rebuild it. And as they say in all the best manuals, refitting is reversal of removal. So I'll just have to watch the video backwards. Right, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've learned how to destroy a servo along with me. It has been quite fun. I've learned a lot of new things that I didn't know before. Jamie says if you hit one of these buttons it would be really nice, and hopefully you'll join us again next week.